Yo, guess what? Guess what? We have another chapter already. Already! Even though I just read the last one at like 10 p.m. last night, and now it's just early afternoon today, there's already another chapter out, which not only speaks to one's incredible work ethic on these chapters, just getting them out in such close back to back, but also the scanlation team. Kudos to you guys for coming through with the translation and the cleaning and typesetting. Shoutouts to Vibhav M as always. Shoutouts to everybody. This is a really passionate project to turn around so quickly on new releases. All right, so the last one was pretty mysterious. It wasn't really clear which direction the plot was advancing in, but kind of in all directions simultaneously with some new plots sprinkled in as well. We had some very kind of ominous things right at the end. Metal Bat confronting some of the Neo Heroes' guards, and Child Emperor discovering a tiny little microchip in the head of one of the monsters that was defeated during this very bizarre 5 dragon level monsters simultaneous attack. So, of course, one conclusion you can make is that the Neo Heroes seem kind of shady in some ways. Maybe they control the monsters. Maybe Blue, their kind of star hero, isn't even in on it. We don't know. I don't know what's going to go on from here. Ooh, so Metal Bat is asking about the cyborgification. So this is yet another thing that was kind of introduced almost like on a whim way back at the start of the series. Oh, this is Genos. He's a cyborg. He used to be a human. He almost died, and then Dr. Kusino replaced most of his body with mechanical parts and upgrades and such. So it's like now we're really delving into the ramifications of that just being like a thing in this world, with many of the Neo heroes either having cybernetically enhanced suits that they can wear or having the cybernetic implants right in their bodies. And we know these two bodyguards, the security officers of the Neo heroes, who may be as strong as many of the heroes themselves, are like 99% cyborg. And all of this is extra super intriguing because there still is the very fundamental, introduced very early on mystery of who is the cyborg that destroyed Genos' hometown. Anyways, is Metal Bat asking about it because he would like to become a cyborg? Even that seems very out of character for him. But at the same time, he does have like greater principles than just his own pride, right? His pride is like way up there. But at Pride of Pride, we have like the safety of others, the safety of his little sister at the absolute tippy top, his reputation as a capable hero. So I don't know. Even in a state of lethal injury or cardiopulmonary arrest through irreversible through conventional means, the brain is safe. It can be restored by taking full advantage of the cybertech that scientists of the Neo Heroes have been studying for several years. This is quite the drawing here. One kind of going all out on this multi-Terminator. Has so many different parts. It's got the little Frankenstein bolt in the head. Shoutouts to the OG classics. Process of transforming those two humans fully into cyborgs is exactly why they seem to have been apparently resurrected. Oh. So that's what he was asking about. The two Neo Hero executive tier people who were chosen more just because of their status than any heroic ability, and sure enough got owned by the dragon level monsters. How did the heck are they still alive? They look super dead. Well, they got cyborgified, I guess. I see. From common knowledge eventually. You being injured is inevitable. Don't worry and leave your body to us. We will mechanize limbs and organs, making them stronger and more reliable. Remodeling human beings on the verge of death without permission. This is something he's really landing on, which is true. That's a massive medical, ethical issue. One that shows up in the real world too. Of course, not with cyberfication, but people who have like certain religious beliefs that interfere with certain medical treatments. I believe it's Jehovah's Witnesses that cannot receive blood infusions. Something about that is just like very verboten in their interpretation of the Bible. So when they need a blood transfusion, they have this card that's in their wallet or whatever, and the doctor's like, oh no, can't give them a blood transfusion. And then it becomes a really serious ethical issue. Like, what should you do in that sort of case? Can you save someone's life by overhauling their body to this extent? It's what we call recovery room. It can't be called a recovery. If you look at the eyes of those two, you'll realize from how they glare that their ambition and courage are all gone. I'll sound crazy to you, but I can't ignore that you look like you've got some plotting going on. So if you don't want to tell me, just know I'll investigate myself. What a freaking badass! And he's like much smarter than he looks too, you know? He's not just a bat brain. He really thinks about these things, and he really articulates himself well to get his point across. I'll just investigate myself. You don't trust this will guide you there. Okay, so meanwhile, this is the cyborg idol of the Neo heroes, coming to check out what Child Emperor has been doing. Every time I wait for new orders, so a bunch of strong monsters showed up and I was tough, asking where they came from. Business with me. No need to be alarmed, I just want to talk to a more seasoned hero. I'll come to you. So this is quite an interesting kind of, I don't want to say matchup, it's not clear that they necessarily have beef with one another. Even if Child Emperor did uncover the Neo heroes' plot to control those monsters, it certainly seems like Blue isn't into it, or in on it, and the two heroes that got pretty much killed and cyborgified, I doubt they were in on it. So maybe she's not in on it either. But there is kind of a creepy aura emanating from this scene that leads me to think that conflict isn't far away. At any rate, they do have interesting counterparts insofar as Child Emperor is almost a cyborg. He has all of these tools that sprout from his body. He can transform in various ways by connecting himself into various robots and suits and stuff. A lot of this stuff is like kind of involuntary, like he's overwritten his own nervous system with the mechanical responses of his tool set. So functionally, in a lot of ways, he's a cyborg. But then just kind of comparing, you know, like Child Emperor has a thing that pops out of his backpack that's like a go-go gadget style helicopter. Comparing that to like, she just has wings. She just sprouts wings when she wants to. Or I guess it's her cape that turns into wings. Is quite the revealing difference, right? Of true cyborgification. Quite a lot of heroes that join Neo. Association has such a bad working condition. You must show business. The pay is bad. They treat you bad. At least they're making money. Attitude does a 180. Yeah. People in this world only do what it takes to stay afloat. In this chaotic world, betray and be betrayed. To choose from the bottom of your heart who to trust and follow. If you don't follow your own goals, you'll do everything for the sake of others. For me, that was Sweet Mass 2 years ago. Ooh. Ooh. So I really like this kind of writing. And shonen series, I think, provide a great opportunity for it, where there is like an arc that really focuses on like the conflicts of one character. You know, of course, Sweet Mask's monsterification and running off and everything. But then kind of taking a step back from the action, sort of leaving it hanging a little bit. You revisit those characters and kind of the themes around it in like a totally different level of action, a totally different kind of structural setup. So to kind of revisit Sweet Mask in the context of her backstory, which I'm sure isn't like a super action-packed backstory, but instead a very common story of someone idolizing an idol, made that my goal. To find out he was a monster himself made me quite the fool catching up to his shadow. Yeah, that's good. That's good writing. Just that subtle interweaving. It like makes sense on so many levels to connect these characters. Human association and the S-Class heroes know about his true identity. They hide it on purpose. I don't think so. It's not a kind of lenient environment that would allow that. So good S-Class images. I love that King is this big ominous one in the eyes of Child Emperor. That even though we're in on the joke, everyone else will perpetually iconify King and put him in this seat of legends. Really, really funny, especially like in panels where it seems like objective. Like if you look at this panel in isolation, of course King is the biggest, scariest guy, and that's depicting Child Emperor's mind. So it makes like this entire kind of standard panel, this panel of showing shady, powerful figures. It subverts all of that only in the minds of the readers, you know, because we're in on the joke. I don't know. It's just fantastic. But it's true. There's no way that all of S-Class would have gone along with him being a secret monster and just been like, I guess he's fine. No, 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 no. Several people in this panel would have torn him to shreds. Your association has many parts that I also cannot trust. Plans to leave it even without being scared by the Neo heroes. Can you trust Nero? Who knows? I can't tell you. What about you, Wabigaza-san? Closely examining what's in highest demand from idols these days. An interesting answer to his question, but sure. Discovered what surpasses even dancing, singing, drama, and visual. Its power. So this is her little training arc. But then, cyborgification. Needed a big risk to become strong. Agent introduced me to a research institute that created superheroes. It's connected to the Neo heroes. So this just says Neo hero. I thought it might say like House of Evolution or something. Because, I don't know, it would be neat to weave in some other like society to this plot line or something. Just so that it feels like they had been operating behind the shadows this whole time. But maybe that connection will still emerge. I don't know. Became a superhuman, and I was chosen as one of Neo's leaders. Happy for you. That's why I cannot leave Neo, no matter if I trust them or not. Okay, so this is the actual answer to Child Emperor's question. But in the end, it's not even a question to her. I have to. Any regrets, I chose this for myself, so anything that may happen was because of my own doing. Decision you don't regret. I wish I could do that. Okay. This is nice. This is actually nice. I had a very sinister read on this scene, but it's actually playing out. They've become comrades. They understand each other, and this is very cute. But she's like, "Tell me about your heroics. Tell me about other heroes. Tell me everything you know." And it doesn't seem at all malicious. It doesn't seem at all that she's like angling for information or anything for her own benefit. I really want to like this character. I really, really do. I really think her arc of just idolizing Sweet Mask, just that enriching the universe through kind of course there would be people that idolize him like that and want to follow in his footsteps, and then feeling betrayed about his monsterification, the sacrifices she made to become the superhero. She's a really compelling character, and I hope that there isn't just a twist that she's like, well, you know, don't look into the Neo heroes or I'm going to kill you. But that she can actually be an ally to Child Emperor here. Alright, so now we are going to see what is up with Super Alloy Darkshine, who retired from being a hero, right? After his loss to Garo. Deciding just to be a trainer now? The whole group of you against me. Feel free to treat me like an enemy and use weapons even. There's some good character designs. Nice and ugly. Just like one likes them. Ooh, the special drink supplied by Neo. I don't know, again, it's just getting a little creepy. Just a little creepy. With the paddle suits, just this dependence that they're nurturing of the heroes on the Neo hero organization. How did you get my number? I'm trying to fast-track makeover on a bunch of rowdy prisoners and turn them into fighters. Ah, from one coach to another. Nice, nice. But, of course, they're in rival organizations. So is Darkshine going to be down for this? Even methods, nutrition and management. No right to talk about a warrior's frame of mind. He still has this attitude. He's still kind of trapped. Did you make sure to consult your muscles first? I'll be waiting for you on the battlefield. Nice, nice. Too painful for me to be in public or have someone expecting something of me. Sorry. It's quite the little tragic arc that was just thrown in amongst a million other things. And unlike a lot of the other kind of lessons we learned at the end of the Monster Association, kind of people recommitting to their value of heroism, his total breakdown of confidence, his reemergence of fear, that was one that kind of just slipped away from us. It's sad. Okay, Metal Bat is in the recovery room, seeing what it means for someone to be a cyborg. Please don't destroy anything! Feels like that should go without saying, but they know it's him. They know what's up with him. They know that he can start swinging that bat around. Go through the trouble of showing me all this. I guess there isn't really any reason to be suspicious. I have no idea what's what anyway. Yeah, he just shows up. It's like, alright, you got tubes, huh? I guess that's cool. Tubes. Oh! Oh, shit, what? Okay, two people run out from behind the tubes and attack. But why? But how? But why? But who? What in the hell? Why? Oh no, are they about to try to cyborgification him? Are we going to see firsthand that Metal Bat, post-recovery, in fact has none of the fighting spirit, none of the don't give a shit attitude, none of the skepticism that we just saw displayed earlier in this chapter? Oh, this guy suddenly started attacking. Stop them, security guards. No. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay, so the new heroes are definitely bad. I mean, it seemed very likely that it was going to go in that direction, but I kind of held out a little skepticism because one does love a good red herring. One loves kind of like a double twist type thing. But really, this is quite a plot of intrigue and stuff. Now we got to ask, like, who's in on it? Who's okay with this? Who will be okay with this if the truth comes to light? And we're gearing up for where I thought this arc was going in the first place, which is a hero organization versus neo-heroes type, civil war type thing, hero versus hero, which will be really, really, really cool, I think. But yeah, my final doubts have been eliminated. These guys are assholes. Except I don't think their plan is going to work. Like, I don't know. I mean, I can see the story appeal of, like, Metal Bat emerges from cyborgification, and you're like, oh, they've brainwashed him too. But, like, we already know they're bad. That doesn't really give us any additional information. It's not like we'll be like, whoa, well, if they just restored him and then he kept fighting them, that would be okay. At any rate, yeah, he he's just gonna beat the shit out of them. I'm really looking forward to this. I really like watching Metal Bat fight in both the original and the remake. I think he's just such a fun character. Alright, let's do it. Send that lot straight to the hospital. Let's go. Let's friggin' go. Okay, good stuff. I have no idea when the next chapter is gonna be. Went from 1 month to 18 hours. Crazy, crazy. But maybe see you here again tomorrow? I don't know. See you tomorrow? All right. Goodbye.